YOLO. Okay. I don't know who's here, who's not. Hello, Mike. It's going to be fast, relatively speaking. Some people know what that means. What is this? So, tomorrow is the Lehigh Valley Motorcycle Expo at Ag Hall. We'll be down there tomorrow and Sunday. And, hello. Well, that's weird. Hi, Lisa. This phone says Lisa's watching. Hello, Matt. We'll be down there today. We'll be down there tomorrow and Sunday. Kelly will be with me at least part of the day tomorrow. She said she's not staying until 7. I told her it was 9 to 3. My bad. So then I called Matt, but he's going to be in Harrisburg, so he's out. So I might be flying solo tomorrow night. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully there'll be business. Maybe I'll call the twins, see what they're doing. Why is this phone so... It doesn't make any sense to me that the actual phone that I'm live on is not as accurate as the phone I'm watching on, which is the exact same... It's not a burner, it's the same account. I'm not even sure how it's possible to do that. I just know it's happening. Anyway, we'll be right next to the doorway. Reese Cross America's on this side, we're on this side. Or this way and this way, depending which way you come through the door. We'll be right there. There's a beam in the middle of our thing. The good news is, because there's a beam there, we got a little more space. Which means we can bring all the totes in. I don't have to leave them out. Because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if I should take all the stuff or just take some of it. So, fuck it. We're taking it all. No, we're not selling ducks. It's too early to be dragging ducks around. Because if I was going to sell ducks at an event, like we sold ducks at whatever that one was at Zinc City last year. But I just put ducks in the tote. We put a bunch of ducks in the tote. And then people bought them. They could draw their own right there when they bought them. We didn't sell many, but we did do that. Oh, shit. There's white chocolate. Hello, Heath. Yeah. And I got all these red drinks. Tons and tons and tons of red drinks. And no grenadine. I have the non-alcoholic grenadine in the refrigerator, I guess. But, we ran out the other day and I keep forgetting to get it. I was going to get it today. Forgot again. Hello, Michael Jordan. I think it's so cool that Michael Jordan is on our page. All right, let's relax over there, Mike. I'll be happy to break last year's total. And I mean, to be quite honest with you, we barely broke the year before's total. Well, this is what we got to do right here. This is pear liqueur. We got to get rid of this because now we have, or maybe we should get rid of the tall one. I can't get this one open. Hello, Monster Snyder. There it is. Yeah, we got 2 different kinds of pears. Oh, shit. I was going to count. God damn it. I got too much shit on my head. I was very... That ain't red. I was very slacked. That's probably not the right word. I'm behind. I did good right up till the end of the year, and then I was just... Excuse my language. Well, no, Monsters kids might be watching. I was freaking burned out, and I just needed somewhat of a break. I didn't make the package posts, and the problem is, like, once, hello, Mike, when we got to the end of last year, like, and I knew there was no more events, I brought everything. I kind of put everything back. Where we leave a lot of stuff in the garage. All the hot sauces stay in the boxes. All the honey stays in the box. But once we were done and it was like the holiday seasons, I got everything out and put it all back on the shelves. Well, now I got to take it all back on the shelves, put it all back in the boxes to haul to the events. I mean, if we sold way more, I wouldn't worry about it because I'm like, we'll just move the stuff through, but we don't. We sell the stuff at events a lot. I went there today, stopped there after work, see where we are and that sort of thing, how we get in the morning, where we come in, that kind of stuff. And it was, I don't know, it doesn't look like there's a lot of vendors there, or not a lot of our type of vendors. There's a metal vendor stand next to us, like metal signs, which is pretty cool. And then us, and then there's a doorway, and then Reach Across America, and then there's somebody else, I guess, next to them, but they weren't there yet, so I don't know who's going to be there. But there's a lot of stuff out on the floor. I don't know what it is. It's a motorcycle expo, but I guess there's a heavy military or veteran presence there. So they said that it will be. Lisa said she thought it would be good for us to give it a shot. So listen, we're gonna give it a shot. If we do good, we'll go back next year, and if we don't do good, well then we'll skip it maybe. I was like super. We got to the end of the year, and I did the year-end report. Hello, Ryan. I was like. I don't want to say I was shocked because I knew it was going to be, we were going to be close, but I mean, that was like a, I don't know what the math is, but it was probably about a 70 or so % boost from the year before, which is phenomenal. So, but then I already get nervous because how are we going to do bigger? We got to do bigger. We can't go backwards. Or at least the same. We got to at least do the same. Hopefully. And then I was nervous because Super Bowl blocks weren't selling very well. And it bothers me. I let it get to me more than I should. I know the situation, economy, everything. I shouldn't let it get me the way it does, but that's just how I'm wired. And then, just like that, we ended up selling 6 sheets, which we had never done before. So, that's $2,100. That's a good start for the year. If we could do that every month, we could crush last year's thing. But it ain't gonna happen without these events. The events is where we make money. Spoonapalooza is a good one, real good. That's a good day. We get tons of people here. People support what we do. It's a free party. Well, it's free for y'all, not for me. But and we have a lot of people buy stuff, play along, 50-50 drawings and raffled things and buying ducks, whatever. Anyway, this is Partridge in a Pear Tree, pear vodka, pear liqueur, and cranberry juice. Red Friday. That tastes like something familiar. What the hell does that taste like? It's you know what? It's reminiscent. The sort of the flavor of it is reminiscent of the aftertaste from drinking cream soda. Did we discuss this before? What is cream soda supposed to be? What is cream supposed to taste like? I feel like we talked about this, and I have no recollection of anything that we discussed. Anyway, I gotta drag 20. I hooked the truck to the trailer. I'm leaving it sit outside in the snow, which is, I'd never do that, but I didn't want to have to try to get it in the morning, especially if the driveway is slippery. It's going to be a long effing day tomorrow. And so I backed it right up in front of the garage door. All I got to do is open the door, open the garage door, open the trailer door. I'm going to take all the totes of everything we're taking and put it in the garage. So all I got to do is open the trailer door, drag it in, and be on our way. Or on my way. Kelly's meeting me down there. If anybody's looking for something to do tomorrow afternoon, Kelly doesn't want to work all day, so I might need an afternoon replacement. Maybe Charisse will show up. We'll ask her. Hello, Paul. We set up this morning, and they admitted they had 3 flyers circulating at different times. Yeah, Lisa, it was weird. When I got there, I walked in. Well, I couldn't get in, so I went in the vendor's entrance at the end, and then I asked for, what the hell's his name? Mike? Whatever his name, you texted me. So I asked for him, and they're like, oh, he's in the other room. And then he's like, oh, I'm right here. And he heard me and turned around, and I said, hi. I said, I'm Jason Kistler. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, Team Spoonman? And he's like, and I'm like, I'm supposed to have a spot here somewhere? Bill, okay. And I said, and he's like, oh, you want a spot? Like, he had no clue who I was. And I'm like, well, I talked to you about having a spot. And he's like, well, what did you want to do? And he's like, do you have parts or what? And I'm like, no, like merchandise. And then I said, I talked to Lisa Tift from Reese Cross America. He's like, oh yeah, Reese Cross America. He goes, they're right on the other side of the door. He goes, you're right across on the other side of the door from them. And I'm like, okay. So he took me out there, showed me where we're going to be. So the spot's actually bigger than 10 feet because there's that steel pole that goes up there. So I'm hoping we can get our back thing up there because that's where the Spoonman sign, I usually hang it. So I don't know what that width is from there to there. We'll see how it is. But the good news is we got like a slot, like a spot and a half. So we got enough room to, I can bring all the totes. So fuck it, I'm bringing all of it. We keep track of everything we sell, every event, because I said, maybe we'll find out we sell 1 or 2, like mostly something, or whatever. And so we don't have to drag everything. We'll just bring the most things. Well, never. Every show we do, we sell like one of everything, except for hot sauce and honey. We sell lots of hot sauce. We sell lots of honey. We sell lots of hot sauce. We sell pretty much honey. And we sell one of every other kind of thing. So there's no, except at Pickle Fest, we sold all the pickle shirts. That was a big hit, the pickle shirts. Pickle Fest was a good one. I don't know if, that's the thing though, we sold all the pickle shirts. So now we go back to the same pickle shirts and the same people are there. They're not going to buy another shirt. It's the same shirt. So unless other people come and buy a pickle shirt, and I can't see making a new one. That would be silly. Since we already have, like we have it and it's in rotation. That's not till April though. That's the last week of April. Hello, Christine. Yeah, so that's that. All right, let's make chocolate. All right, let's just make this. I'm gonna make one more. Then I gotta go haul shit. I gotta move things. Nemo's at work. Monday I'm taking off of work and I'm taking the boys out to the Sportsman Show in Harrisburg, or outdoor show, whatever they call it. World's biggest outdoor show. A new one. I know, Kelly, but the thing is I don't know. I considered making a new one, but it's not like we sell that many of them. I mean, we sold 30 of them. That's pretty many, but I don't know. Gotta make a new one that says still pickled at Spoonman Saloon or something. I don't really know. I don't know, you know. I mean, listen, there was, I don't know how many thousand people. There was thousands of people there. We sold 30 shirts. So it's not like, you know, it's not 35 maybe. I think we had 35. We sold like 35 shirts. It's not like it's not like, you know, 30 different people couldn't stop. Also, I just talked to somebody yesterday. No, 2 days. When? Wait, what day did I do those jobs? Tuesday. I just talked to somebody on Tuesday who lives in Slatington, and we got to talking. Imagine that. And I was telling him about, I said something about Slatington Market, and I told him about pickles. And he goes, you know what? I saw somebody wearing the pickle shirt. He goes, I saw somebody wearing I got pickled shirt. And somebody just asked me about it the other day. Hey, do you still have those? I said, yeah, we got them. I do have to order more though. Plus, I got Johnny working on a hunting shirt. We never made a hunting shirt. We have a fishing shirt. I said, man, we should have a hunting shirt. So he's like, yeah, I can do that. So I gave him a couple of ideas. That's what I'm saying, Matt. Listen, this is what I do, okay? Y'all can make fucking fun of me all you want. That's what I do. I'm personable. I can't help it. If I lived in town, I'd run for mayor. But they don't have a mayor where I live. So I can't be mayor. We have Palmerton has a great mayor. They don't need me anyway. Even though we didn't get Bo out here yet. I told him, Matt, I said, we need it in like 1 or 2 colors so we can switch colors or whatever. But I said, we got to be able to print it on dark shirts, light shirts, camouflage shirts, fluorescent orange shirts. I said, we got to be able to print it on all of them. So it might just be one color. I'm thinking of like I guess I didn't open that yet. I'm thinking it's got to have a deer, a turkey, and a bear on it. It's got to have hashtag kill it or grill it. It should have a flag. Every shirt that we make now should have a flag. It should have a wavy flying flag. It should have a flag, something like what's on the trailer. Maybe a cabin. That would be cool if it was a cabin scene with a flagpole. Something. I don't know. I'm not a fucking designer. That's Johnny's job. Hello, Kenneth. All right. Drink number 2, strawberry cloud drop. Oh, I bet if I wouldn't have shook that would have really looked swirly. Hello, Scotty boy. All right. Strawberry cloud drop is strawberry vodka, strawberry liqueur, heavy whipping cream. Cheers. That's not bad. It tastes like, man, it's been a long time, and I think I might have had one once. That kind of tastes like a pink yoo-hoo, or as Jensen would say, a hoo-hoo. I don't know why he calls them hoo-hoos, but he sure does. Not pink ones, though. We never had a pink one. A pink hoo-hoo has a whole different meaning to me than a yoo-hoo. Yeah, those steps are treacherous. I saw that. I was replaying that in my head the other day, and I was thinking to myself, where the fuck are these steps? And then I thought to myself, I've never been on Ken's deck. I've only ever been in his living room and kitchen. We stopped there. We dropped food off for him when they had COVID, I think, one time. And then we stopped at his house after we went to Woodstock. And we did the drink of the day in their kitchen. That's the only time we've ever been there. It does. I trust me. I wish I listen, I'm hoping that we do good at this show. I'm hoping we sell some stuff. I'm hoping we can get our name out there, maybe get some new members, get some nominees. All of these things happen at shows, which is awesome because it doesn't happen here a lot. I don't know why. People just don't invite people much. I know this because if somebody gets invited, we get as a administrator, you get a notification that so and so invited so and so, whatever. And people don't invite a lot of people. I don't know if we should tell people to invite people. You'd think people would know that, but I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. Anyway, hopefully it's a good show, a good event, whatever. And I said to Kelly, at least I know we sold 2 jars of honey already because Lisa wants honey. So she'll get some. I was gonna redo we got new hot. We got more General's hot sauce now, so the shelf that I built is not wide enough. So I was gonna build it wider, but that don't look like it's happening tonight. What time is it? No, it's 8:30. Maybe. The problem is if I tear it apart, I have to get it finished and back together. And I really am only going to extend it like a couple inches. So I don't know. I don't know. Says Jensen. Yeah, it's going to be cold. If you don't need to go outside, don't go outside. I mean, you should go outside and get in your car and come down to the Ag Hall. And trust me, if you need to find it, I went on Google Maps and I put in Ag Hall. That's all I typed in. I typed in Ag Hall, and it said Ag Hall, Liberty Street, Allentown, and I'm like, click, and it took me right to the building. I had never really been to the fairgrounds. There's a lot of buildings in that little area, and it took me right to Ag Hall. There's going to be indoor flat track motorcycle racing apparently going on in the next room over. So that's something. The good thing is we are right on, like, you come in the front door, buy your tickets, and then you come into that room, and then you go into the other room, and we are right next to the doorway to go into the other room. So pretty much everybody has to walk past us. That doesn't mean anything, but they do have to walk past us. So there's something to be said for that. Well, there you go, Ken. I have to get grenadine. I remember last time I got grenadine. Oh, wait. There might be one down here. Maybe there is one down here. The last time I got it, I remember I got 2 because... Is that it? Oh, yeah. I do have one. Alright. There you go. Check. Well, now I can make the cherry pie cocktail. What the hell? Alright. I'm in. Nothing like showing up at an event with a hangover. Not cold plunging tomorrow. Because I'm going to have to leave here by 6:30 in the morning, and I'm probably not going to go home until 7:30 or 8 at night. I got no time. So then I was thinking, you know what? I'm not going to cold plunge today. I'm going to take the next 2 days off. Because my skin is dried and cracked from the cold. So I thought, being in the cold water and then it just dries you out more. I'm just not going to do. I'm going to skip today also. And then 10 minutes later, I was out in the cold tank. Because I can. But tomorrow, unless I get in there at 5:30 in the morning, which I will not be doing. Probably. I ain't doing it tomorrow. Cherry. Let's try this one. Let's pull out the old Dr. McGillicuddy's. can. Yeah, it is what it is. Well, that curdled. You know what Jensen says? You get what you get, and you don't get upset. I don't know who taught him that, but it sure is funny every time he says it. Except for when you tell him something, and then you try to give him the old, you get what you get, it doesn't have the same effect. I don't know what made me not look for the grenadine in the cabinet the other day. I looked on the floor. I looked under the sink. I looked in the garage. I don't know if today, I'm telling you, when I got there today and was trying to figure out what was going on and where we were going and how to get in, more than one person, like three different cars, stopped me and asked me, where is it? How do you get in? And I'm like, well, it's not open yet till 3. And I said, I don't know. I've never been here before. So if that's any consolate, or if that's any indication of what tomorrow, I don't know. I guess I should have asked Lisa how it was today. Oh, she was only there for a little bit today, guys. Hello, Douglas. All right, this is called Cherry Pie. Hey, Doug, are you still here? Doug, if you're still here, are you guys in for... I got a message, Doug. I'll just message you. Forget it. Cherry Pie cocktails, rum chata, vanilla vodka, cherry liqueur, grenadine, and heavy whipping cream. Or milk, or half and half, or whatever you have. Red Friday. See, rum chata is too... Maybe I'm delusional. But I think rum chata tastes like cinnamon. And you don't put cinnamon in cherry pie, do you? I never made a cherry pie. It doesn't seem... It seems too cinnamony. I think rum chata is not the right ingredient for that. Although, I don't know, there's a bunch of flavors of rum chata. Maybe there's a different one. It didn't specify. It said rum chata, so that's what you get. Alright, I gotta drag some totes out in the garage. I still have sweatshirts and t-shirts from the last order I picked up a week ago that I didn't put in the totes yet. And I gotta also do that. No sense in going down there unstocked or understocked. Or whatever. Alright, boys and girls. Be careful this weekend. If you're going to be outside, and I don't mean like walking out to your car to go to the store. I mean, if you're going to be outside for an extended period of time, make sure you fucking cover up. Because it's going to be cold. They're talking about Sunday wind chills in the -20s. So, that should be fun for cold plunging. Alright. That's all I got. Good night, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. And never apologize for being patriotic. Peace.